everyone, it's Dragon here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing top 10 ARC player pet peeves part 2. So most of my pet peeve videos I found really interesting and really fun to make. I have a lot of ideas for them, and seems like you guys are kind of liking them too, so I'm going to continue to put these out. This might be the last part unless I can come up with other ideas, but yeah. So yeah. I'm gonna lay off the pet peeves for now until, a later date, because I know I've been posting them like consecutively for a few weeks. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the video. Before we do though, I would like to say that, as always, this is an opinion-based video. Most of my videos are on my channel, and most of it is based off of my opinions, my experiences, and yeah, so I just want to share that with you. Anyway, let's get into the video. 10. Number 10. When the daily pursuits are such a hassle, but you have such a high streak. This is such a pain because, some of them are really annoying, like going out to tame a whole new thing, taming a whole new pair of a dino just so you could hatch one of the eggs. Some of them are just really time-consuming and a pain in the butt, and you don't want to do it, but you have such a high streak, you can get so much amber from it, and you just kind of have to do it, but it's a hassle and a pain in the butt. So that is something that is really annoying. I do not do daily pursuits because of this. I had a streak once, and then I just lost it, and so I just didn't do it anymore. But yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons. One giant pet peeve is that, for sure. Number 9. When a cantilever platform disappears and you have to lose a bunch of stuff. So, if you don't know, cantilever platforms have this glitch where they basically despawn when there's too much stuff built on them, and there's just too many of them in one spot, which is quite annoying, but you just don't build on them. Because I had a base in Tranquility's server that was built strictly on cantilevers over the volcano, and I had like a bunch of breeding pens on it. I had my farms, I had all of my stuff, all my good blueprints, all my cave tributes, I had all my premiums, I had everything. All my bombs, all my potent dust, everything was on them, and one just disappeared, and I lost, like, all of my tames went flying down the mountain, and I didn't want to lose everything else, so I just moved. But it's a huge pain in the butt, so recommend not building on cantilever platforms, because it's a pain when that happens. Number 8. When you run out of ammo in the dungeon or your armor breaks in the dungeon. This is such a pain because you don't know if you're going underprepared, and you underestimate the dungeon, and you just bring, what you can either carry, or you just bring what you think you need, but then it ends up not being enough, and then you're like 1 or 2 rooms away from the boss after you went through all the traps, got the key and everything, and you just run out of ammo. It's really a pain, and you have to rely on your sword and just your health, and my health is not really that high, but yeah, you kind of have to rely on that, and sometimes it might not be that good. So yeah, that is a huge pain in the butt. Number 7. When you run a cave and you glitch between all of the mobs that are now killing you. So for an example, if you run in Yeti, you are inside of that narrow part of Yeti where there's a bunch of mobs that spawn, and there's basically no way to get through unless you have some bulldozer of a tame that can just like kill everything. And you try to get through, but then there's just like, you just get glitched in and then you die. And not even grappling hooks can save you in this part because there are bats that also kill you. So yeah, and even if you do make it out, there are a lot more ahead of that, and you probably have low health. Number 6. When you are building and you accidentally break that one structure that's holding everything else together. This is a huge pain in the butt because, especially for, other builder techniques, like I know you builders, you can feel me on this one, right? And you're doing this one technique where you put the fence foundations down and then you can add pillars in between every wall and it makes it look really cool. And then you break one of the pillars and all of the other pillars that you placed are now broken. This is a huge, huge, huge pain. Or for an example, if you break a foundation accidentally and then everything on it and everything around it is now broken, which is a huge, huge pain in the butt. So yeah, that is definitely something to look out for. Builders, I know you can feel me on this one. It's probably one of the worst things that can possibly happen to you when you're building a base, which is why most people go for simple box bases, or they just don't know how to build. Number 5, when you glitch below the world and die. So for example, if you log on, and you know how sometimes when you log on, you are like, it looks like you're swimming and you're like below all of your base and everything. And then sometimes you don't actually glitch back up to the surface and you die. And there are other times where you die randomly and your bag is, you know, in a place where you can't reach it. And so you basically lose all of your stuff, especially if you had a lot of good stuff on you. It's just... Number 4, when you save fertilized eggs for one massive hatching and get almost 0 mutations. This is a huge pain in the butt because, like, for example, me and Akmal did this the other day, and we saved for the entire week. We had like 200 RG eggs. We had like 20 to 30 Quetzal eggs. We had like a lot of Giga eggs, a lot of Rex eggs. We had like a lot of Therizino and Anki eggs. We had probably 500 eggs, maybe even more. And we hatched all of them. And we got like 3 mutations out of that, especially the RGs. We were really expecting to get some mutations for that because, well, we had like 200 RG eggs and like we got basically 0 new mutations except one like ugly red one. But yeah, so sometimes it can be a huge pain when you do that and then you get nothing for all of your effort. But yeah, I guess maybe even stat mutations are good, but especially if you don't get any of that either. And it can even be a pain when you're doing mass hatching to check every single one for a stat mutation. But yeah. Number 3. When you go into the water and a Megalodon literally a kilometer away aggroes onto you. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I can literally be standing on the beach and a Megalodon that's like all the way at the bottom of the ocean will aggro onto me and start following me. Like, Megalodons aggro so far away from you. Like, you could literally be trying to tame like a dolphin at like the surface of the water, and like all the Megalodons in like a kilometer radius, maybe even more, even if they're like at the bottom of the ocean, and they will all come for you. It's so annoying. That's like one of the main reasons I do not go into the water, because Megalodons aggro to you from so far away. And then a plesiosaur, literally like the plesiosaurs, like they're always in the worst spot, and then when you try to get something and then, oh, there's just a plesiosaur right there. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like the Megalodons mostly that just aggro onto you from like so far away. It's kind of dumb. Number 2, when you're off for a while and a dino spawns in your base and kills everything. This happened to me in Tranquility's server. I was really busy with other servers. I was really busy with my life and things in my life, you know, and I hadn't really had an opportunity to get onto Eden's Architect Asylum in a while. I did have turrets set up. I did have a lot of things. And then I log on and there's a raptor and a Starko in my base, in the most important part of my base, and they kill like all of my Jerboas and a bunch of my other stuff. And they were not even eerie Jerboas, they were like non-eerie Jerboas, and they were like bred and everything, which is like a kind of a huge pain that they had to die. And yeah, so now I have turrets inside my base as well. I never understood why people have those in PvE, but now I do. So yeah, Sarkos, Raptors, if you're watching this, get out. Like, literally get out. Because, you know, I was quite upset after that because, you know, I lost a lot of stuff. But yeah, so that's a huge pain when that happens as well. You know, when you are basically losing all of your stuff to something that spawns inside of your base. And finally, number 1. When you accidentally over-level a tame and it despawns. I am not really familiar with if this happens on official, but on unofficial, even if it's on a different difficulty, it doesn't even have to be on brutal difficulty. If you are, you know, trying to level up your tame and you over-level it to exactly, like, for example, 451 and the cap is 450, and then your tame despawns the next day, or even when a tribe mate does it. Like, I remember a while back, I had like a tribe mate, and I'm not really entirely sure what happened. I don't know what happened. All I know was that someone over leveled my griffin pair and they both died, and then I couldn't do anything with that. So it was quite a pain when that happened. I don't really remember who did it. I don't remember if they even did it. I literally don't remember what happened, but I just know it was over leveled, and it was a pain in the butt, because when you over level tames, like, it's a huge pain in the butt when you over level tames, because like you're basically getting a pair, like for example griffin pair, and then one over levels and it despawns and you lose it. And it happens a lot, especially on unofficial, when you are, switching to brutal for something like for better tames, and people accidentally over level their tames and then they despawn because they just basically lost a tame for over leveling it. So very sad, very, very sad. But yeah, that is top 10 ARC player pet peeves part 2. Let me know if you guys did agree to all of these things. Let me know if there are more that I might have missed. I really want to hear your opinions in the comments below, but make sure to keep it civil, keep it peaceful. We're not coming after Grove Street with these videos. We're not going to be coming after Grove Street with these videos. I want to make that very clear. We are just, expressing our discomfort with some of the things that are happening. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and if you did enjoy, do not forget to leave a like, do not forget to comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Most of the people who watch my videos are not actually subscribed to me, and I hate to be that person, but if you're new and you like the vids, subscribe. It really, really helps me out. So yeah, again and again and again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.